Battlefield 1 M1903 in-depth review. Anyway, the M1903 or M1903 Springfield, if you want to name it by its actual name. And anyway, let's get out the stats of the longest range sniper rifle in Battlefield 1. Anyway, here I'm specifically going over the sniper version, but there's not really much to how do you call it, differentiate from the variants except for the experimental version. The experimental version is the replacement of the infantry version, even though you can access the infantry version if you're playing as an American in like the Argonne Forest or Ballroom Blitz, and you have your search, and you have to do that while you're searching for a server which has all the how do you call it, standard issue rifles activated, and just go over there and you'll probably be able to pick up the M1903 infantry variant. Other than that, the experimental is kind of meh. It's got this weird device on it which makes iron sights horrible, but then also makes it semi-automatic and actually shoot pistol rounds. Now, not a lot of damage on there, but if you have a good enough finger trigger or feather trigger, whatever, you can throw a lot of lead out there, and it's deadly in close quarters. Medium range, meh. Long range, you might want to put a K-bullet on, because if you put a K-bullet when you're using the experimental version, you actually take the device off and you insert the K-bullet like a good old sniper rifle, and then you shoot one, put the bullet in, pow. That's the only way you can actually shoot the experimental version like a good old sniper rifle. Anyway, on here the damage over distance is quite normal, and then it hits 80 meters, and then it starts to go up, and then plateaus again at 98 meters, and then just goes on until it hits 150, then it starts to go down, and the chart on this website is not big enough to graph the whole thing. Yeah, anyway, if you're wondering what's the website, hopefully it don't get copyright for saying the name, then go and check it out. It's Simthic Game Science. Anyway, bullets, time to kill. It's pretty good. I'd say it's always 1 bullet to kill to the head, always 2 bullets to kill from the body. But I'd say because the sweet spot is so far away, that's why it's good for longer ranges. That's why you see people hanging all the way back in the map of this thing, or with a 10 times zoom scope, which zooms in quite a lot. I've actually used a 10 times zoom scope in a different time. I didn't record it, but the gameplay you're seeing here is me using the 8 times zoom scope, which is just as good. Only that it's, I'd say, a little bit better for peripheral vision. And then you have your 5 times zoom and whatnot. I actually switched to the 5 times zoom when I got to the last hard point, or control point, sector, whatever. Because in Foul Fortress, it gets kind of crammed. And other than that, the fire rate is 53 rounds per minute. And also the muzzle velocity is 820 meters per second. Bullet drop is 12 meters per second. Square is kind of like always on every gun. Mag size is always 5 for the longer range sniper rifles. Basically from the Russian 1895, I think, or the Russian lever action gun. I don't know the specific name, but that rifle has 5 bullets, and everything above, like the Gewehr and whatnot. And and I'd say that this rifle does put on quite a show when you get those long range kills, and it does take quite a bit of time to get used to the whole bullet time on here. But I'd say it's pretty good, and it does work very well with the beam reticle. Like, you can use whatever reticle you want, but I'm kind of favoring the chevron and the beam, just because, well, the chevron for some reason helps me lead my targets better and judge of the very small degrees of bullet drop. And then the beam reticle actually lets me see my target when I'm zoomed in from a long ways away. And yeah, the cross reticle, it's pretty good. It's standard. The post reticle, I'm not sure about it, since it's just it feels like it's just calculating for bullet drop and nothing else. And I kind of like have something sideways so I can see, like, okay, this is my height here, and that's where the bullet's gonna go. And other than that, it's not really much to the sniper rifle other than it's very good for long range. Close range, not so much. Even though, like the same day I recorded this, aka today, um, I actually got quite lucky with the quick scopes on Sinai Desert, like in the village area. um, yeah, I got quite a few. Too bad I forgot to record it. But anyway, smack that like button, hit the sub, drop the comment, and I'll see you guys later for another video on my channel. I'm out of here.